Good morning. Hey, you guys. So, just going to do a quick chat this morning, and then we'll do a meditation at the end. And in the middle, we have our reading. So, just started a new format a couple of days ago, and I'm really enjoying it. Hi, Cammie. So, so I'm going to talk about you again today, but not you personally. About us, about our crazy minds and how we can be. So I was this morning chatting with a fellow who's living here with us right now, and the idea of trying to fix ourselves, from the point of where we think the problem is just, for the most part, doesn't work. I'll call it personal growth. Many of us have spent tens of thousands of dollars on therapy and personal growth and all kinds of stuff to change our thinking. And because we recognize that the problem, if there was a problem, if we were dissatisfied with life in some way, that the problem was in our thinking. If if we're unhappy with the results, we were like, okay, it's got to be in my thinking. I'm always somehow screwing up. So we've worked there to try to become a better person. And my message over and over again isn't that there isn't some value in that, because there is, some value in that. It's just that the quick way, if you will, to becoming free is through being here now. And I'm just going to backtrack a little bit, because in the 12-step world, we do examine our behaviors. We really do. We recognize that resentment is a judgment, is anger, and we've lived in it. Fear is a judgment, and we've lived in it. But there was no way we could extract ourselves from that. The fruits of our work, if you will, people being mad at us, or blocking us on their phones, or not wanting to talk to us anymore, often came because we were acting out of our idea of ourselves, and some of it's very unconscious, so yes, I believe that being conscious of who we are in the persona, in our act, is good, but coming to the realization, which is really in step one, that we're unable to manage our way out of that. We cannot manage our way out of that. We can't. So what we do is we become aware of it. We recognize that we have to somehow access this universal intelligence that's here, that we're in, and we have to drop the beliefs. Hey, Ravi. Hi, buddy. So we drop the beliefs of who we think we are, and because our story on ourselves is, sometimes it's horrid. How many of us have thought we were losers? Thought we were losers. Or maybe the other way, thought we were so amazing, that we were, but from an ego point, which separated us from people. So we thought we were so superior, and that separates us from this energy that we're in. And so either way, the story on ourselves kept us from being here and being present and being in the moment and being in love, kept us always looking for something, or trying to get something, or, it was a story about ourselves created selfishness and self-centeredness, or we were selfish and self-centered. And I'm not going to say what came first, the story or the self-centeredness, but I know from my experience of years of looking and doing self-help stuff and self-improvement work and looking at multiple brands of spirituality and that the ultimate and the quickest way is through this process of being here now. Boom. In the moment is where all the action is. Everything else is an illusion. Hope for the future is just, or fear from the future is just, it's made up. Guilt and shame for the past, it's bullshit. So, but we can't talk our way out of it. We can't think our way out of it. We need to be here, and we call it spirituality, if you will. We call it connection with the higher power, if you will. But it's in this moment. It can't be in the past or the future. So that's the trick. It's so, and yet we get up and we in the morning and we don't do our practices, because we're in such a hurry to get things done. And gosh, I got to get out there and into the world and whatever. But I just encourage everybody to take time for their practices every day. Prayer and meditation brings us into the moment. Gratitude brings us into the moment. The breath brings us into the moment. Just the idea that there's somewhere to be in the moment, that this universal intelligence can be met there, deep down inside of us, like Bill said in We Agnostics, in the last analysis, that's where it is, and it's not out there. And we recognize that, in step one in the 12-step world, that we cannot manage our own lives. That we haven't just had a bad chapter, and things are going to be better in the future. That's the illusion that people pursue till death. It's crazy, and it is crazy, isn't it? So that's my message today, and we're going to meditate in a couple of minutes. And the meditation is I do a little bit of guided, and brings us into this moment. Boom, into the moment. Okay, so short meditation into the moment. In a couple of minutes, sip of coffee. We're going to read from the daily reflections, or from the 24-hour day book. And what are we, November 2nd? Look at that, sitting outside in the backyard. Isn't it great? It's beautiful. Calgary's pretty sweet today. I've been digging in the garden back there. Look at my garden. I've been digging in it the last couple of days, turning it all over, and I really enjoy the garden. Do what you love, and it's for me really a beautiful place to just be in the moment. And being in the moment is different than being in my thoughts. Thoughts disappear. There'll be time no more. Jesus said, "Time no more," and we become one with the whole experience. It's a bit trippy, actually. Trippy. And trippy, yes, yeah, it is. It's a bit trippy. And I've always thought of it that way. And, I thought, oh my gosh, it's like, what's happening? And it's like I'm doing MDA, And but it isn't. It's really, this is so amazing when we're really here. We're not caught up in our fears, not caught up in our anger, not always measuring, judging, complaining. Here we go. November 2nd. This book was written in 1954. I love it. It's a beautiful little book called 24-Hour Day Book. And it has some great little pieces in it. So here we go. I have faith. That thing that makes the world seem right. That thing that makes sense at last. That awareness. I have faith. Let me start that over again. That thing that makes the world seem right. that thing that makes sense at last, that awareness of the divine principle in the universe which holds it all together and gives it unity. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You listening to me? What did I say? Unity, yes. It's all one. Yeah. Okay. Gives it all unity and purpose and goodness and meaning. Life is no longer ashes in my mouth or bitter to the taste. It is one glorious whole. It's exactly what we've been speaking about, Mason, isn't it? Exactly. And sometimes I'm blown away how the reading is really comes with where I'm at this morning. It is all one glorious whole because God is holding it together. God, universal intelligence, yes. And we say God because what can we say? It's so hard to describe. It's beyond all words. It's beyond all words. So don't get attached to a certain word of this. We're in it. It's beautiful. Faith, that leap into the unknown, the venture into what lies beyond our kin, which brings untold rewards of peace and serenity. Have I faith? Beautiful. That's the thought for the day in that book. Meditation for the day. Keep yourself like an empty vessel for God to fill in each moment. Beautiful. Keep pouring out yourself to help others so that God can keep filling you up with His Spirit. The more you give, the more you will have for yourself. Beautiful. God will see that you are kept filled as long as you are giving to others. God will see that you're kept filled as long as you're giving to others. It's beautiful. That's also what it says in the lead up to the third step prayer. It says, we have a new employer being all powerful. He provides our needs as long as we stay close to it and perform His work well. It's beautiful. God will see that we are kept filled as long as we are giving to others. But if you selfishly try to keep all for yourself, you're soon blocked off from God, your source of supply, and you become stagnant. To be clear, a lake must have an inflow and an outflow. Beautiful. So, fear wants us to hang on to shit, right? Fear says, oh, there's not enough. There's not enough. And the truth is there's no end. There's no end. There's only, it's infinite. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may keep pouring out what I receive. I pray that I may keep the stream clear and flowing. Honestly. And we were just talking about that, weren't we? That, we give it away. Yeah.
Be in the now.
Yeah. Be in the now. And with the purpose to give it away. Hey, Paul. Hey, buddy. Buddy, we're going to meditate. I know. It just came to me a few days ago that we could do that every morning. So we do a little talk and we read from the 24-hour day book. And we do a little 10-minute meditation. And so get yourself comfortable. You don't have to be looking at your phone. You certainly don't have to be looking at me. It's nice if you can hear my voice. And we're going to take about 10 minutes. And just settle in. We're going to go deep. Are you comfortable? Relaxed. Maybe have your back supported. Yes. And we're going to go deep. So if you've been with me the last few mornings, it really starts with the breath. So we're comfortable, with our feet on the floor, or we're sitting on the floor cross-legged, that's fine. Just make sure that our back is supported. Until there's nothing to do. You don't have to hold yourself up. The body will hold itself up. We have our head, kind of right on the top of our head, of our shoulders, I've heard the description that just imagine that your head is hanging by a string. And so it's really just floating. There's no need to hold it up or just allow it to sit right in that spot. So breath in, breath out. When we come back, focus on the breath. We breathe in. On the in-breath, just stop at the bottom, or the top of the in-breath, if you will, for a second. And let it out. You don't have to push it out, just let it out. Stop at the bottom of the out-breath. Bring it in. Just watch as we focus on the breath, how we drop into the moment. Drop into our body. Remember that we are not our bodies. The body is a vehicle. We get to use it. It's a beautiful vehicle. Doesn't matter what it looks like or how badly we've banged it up. It's working right now, in this moment. We're breathing into it. Breath brings our attention into this moment, into this second. Now, if there are any sounds, just include them. One of the things I love about being outside is I can feel the heat of the sun on my face. Just include it. It's here, it's now. The sound of the jet. I have a jet flying by. Just include it. As I include the sounds, I recognize that I actually interpret the sounds in my head. The sounds are not in my head, they're outside. The vibrations are outside. The sounds actually help me to expand into this space. Hopefully you're comfortable. Just relax and watch the thoughts. Thoughts will come and thoughts will go. See the thoughts like they're clouds. They just, like a cloud, they just disappear when we focus. If we look at them, they're gone. They only get dark and menacing when we attach to them. So just let them go. No matter what they are. They're fear thoughts, or anger thoughts, or even thoughts of love and appreciation. Just for this moment, just let them go. Be here now. Back to the breath. This is the practice. In your body, in your head, in this moment. Drop deep into this second. No thought, only presence. whenever thoughts come, just let them go. Focus on the now. Be here in your breath. Include the sounds. Okay, I think we can come back. Just back in your body. As we practice this, going forward, see that you can do this anywhere. Just close your eyes on the bus, drop in, include the sounds, let go of the thoughts. You can do this anywhere. In the middle of a conversation, just for a minute, drop in with the breath and find the now. The more we practice the now, the more we start to see what's here in this moment. The beauty of it, the expression of love in each moment. One of the things to remember is that we're not our thoughts. We're not our body, and we're not our thoughts. Who are we? We're beyond the body and beyond the thoughts. We know that because we can watch our thoughts. Who's watching the thoughts? Who's watching the watcher who's watching the thoughts? But almost all of us can see that, right? So be patient with yourself in this meditation. It's a practice, and as we do meditate more, we'll actually look forward to it. We'll look forward to dropping into it. And we'll start to see that we're unconscious, that often a thought will come and we'll smoke unconsciously. We don't even know we're doing it, or we'll eat unconsciously. We don't even know we're doing it, or we'll, so we become more aware of ourselves, more conscious of our behaviors. And so we become conscious of our behaviors, and we practice being here now in connection with the universal intelligence, with God, through either meditation or prayer or service. The behaviors will start to fall away. They literally start to fall away. Hey Jason, hey buddy, love you. Okay, so hope you enjoy that. Love it if you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Bowing Beyond Project Awakening, and we're kind of seeing if we can make the YouTube channel grow. And I'm doing this. People seem to like it, and hopefully it's some benefit. And we'd like to share it with more folks. So, thank you. Love you. And if anybody ever wants to call and chat or has a question, please call and chat. Hey Shane, good to see you, brother. Yeah, just give me a call and we can talk anytime. Okay. Have a great day. Look at this day. Wow.